Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I want to say Shalom to Yakanakwath out there, doing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. Don't necessarily have a title for this one yet, but I've thought about titling it, We've Built This City. There was an old song called, We Built This City, or the city's been built, or America's been built by Jake, something along those lines, right? Don't necessarily have it put together yet, but this is kind of impromptu. I was actually going to do something on this, Edomite left a comment on the comment board a while back ago. I've been waiting to put a lesson out on it, and I was like, let me go check my Reddit saved clips, see what I got. And then this came up. I said, okay, let's go ahead and make a lesson on that through the spirit. So the other one's gonna get postponed. It's just not the right time for it. I want to touch on this, especially after rewatching it. Got the fire on me, got the spirit on me. So I said, okay, let's go ahead and touch on this, because I think this is one of those things that the brothers and sisters need to see. It's an excellent video. I'm not necessarily sure who this lady is. She looks kind of familiar. This is just coming from the Reddit page called Creation in the Universe, or whatever it is. It was on the popular Reddit, and I'm gonna go ahead and let it roll. And there's a lot of good things, and I think this lady's probably a Jake, all right, because I've never seen an Edomite be so mad with Edomites before. This lady, never know. This lady could be a Issacharite very well, just because she's pale skin and blonde hair. Don't let that fool you. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it play. You can listen to the attacks that she makes on these maggots, all right, these inbred looking ass motherfuckers, and I'll go ahead and let it play, and then we'll go ahead and get some scriptures on it. I may or may not stop if some scriptures come to mind through it.
Quit watching NBA basketball. Quit watching sports that are dominated by African Americans.
Yep.
Quit going to Mexican restaurants. You want white culture? You go fucking live in it. You live in it, bathe in it. Like, that's the only thing that I see when you get all white people together in the United States. There's no culture at all. So they have to go borrow culture from people.
And that's true. I'm going to pause it on that, because it's true. You have these racist-ass Edomites that'll say, oh, these dirty Mexicans, these lazy blacks, and, all they do is this, and they steal, and they tear. Well, everything that you like is dominated. You like watching, basketball. Well, that's dominated by Jake. You like watching football. That's dominated by Jake. The music that you listen to is made by Jake. You're not allowed to listen to country music. You're not allowed to listen to jazz. You're not allowed to listen to rock and roll. You're not allowed to listen to heavy metal. You're not allowed to listen to any of that. I'd say you could listen to electronic music, but if I dig deep into that, I bet somewhere deep down inside, it goes back to Jake somehow. You don't really have nothing. You say American food. What American food? Cheeseburgers? Burgers. Those came from Hamburg, Germany. All right, what about hot dogs? Frankenfurts. All right, that came from Frankfurt, Germany. All right, well, ribs. Okay, ribs, chicken wings, right? Stuff like that. Well, guess what? That came from the plantations. That came from the plantations. Okay, which, sure, you might be indirectly responsible for that food, because you put the, Jake in that situation where they created it, but they created it due to circumstances that you would put them in. You didn't have any input. You just threw them something. You gave them scraps, and they made something out of it. And now you want to eat it. Here it was. Oh, I don't want these ribs. I don't want these chicken wings. You have all the scraps, you dirty, filthy blackie. And then, our people did something with it, took something with it, whether it be the so-called Negros, Latinos, or Native Americans, made something out of it. And then now you want to claim that, oh, no, I made it. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You threw some scraps of some meat. You didn't season it up. You didn't choose how to cook it. You didn't do none of that. Okay? So you can't say, what, French fries? It's right in the name. So hamburgers are from Germany. Okay? Hot dogs are from Germany. Okay? All the rest of the food that you claim to be American is from Israelites. All right? So-called Negros, primarily in captivity. Okay? All right, Latinos and Native Americans as well. You say, well, we got this and that. What, cornbread? Well, that was made by the Native Americans. Okay? Name another one. You're going to say, what, burritos? Obviously, those are from the Issacharites. So what do you have? What have you made? I'll tell you what you've made. You made a Jell-O salad. That's what you all motherfuckers have made. And I don't see any of you motherfuckers going around hankering for a Jell-O salad. Okay? I don't think I've ever seen anyone, oh, I'm hankering for a Jello salad. You see a motherfucker, where's the Jello salad restaurant? Where can I can go and get chicken wings in 5 minutes. I can go and get burgers in 5 minutes. Pizza, 5 minutes. I can get all these things. Oh, yeah, pizza. Oh, American food, pizza. Well, guess what? That's Greek and Italian food, man. So where's your food? It's right here. Your Jello salad. I don't see any restaurant where I can go and get a Jello salad. Okay? The only place I know ever where you can get a Jello salad is Chuckarama in Utah. Okay? That's it. That's the only fucking place I know you could get some shit like this. That's it. That's it. And who would want to eat this nasty motherfucking looking ass thing? Look, Jello with a bunch of fruits inlaid in. Nobody wants to fucking eat this shit. You can tell a white person made it, man. You can tell it's sauceless. There's no salt. All right? And I'm not talking about the seasoning. I'm talking about the flavor, baby. All right? There ain't no season. There ain't no salt. There ain't no, ooh, that looks good. It's just, oh, look at this. You can tell that someone uninspired made this. You know? Fucking sitting there looking like Soylent Green. All right? And not just because it's green. It's looking like I don't even know what the fuck that is. Okay? You would never know what's in that. Grandma's lime green Jello salad recipe with cottage cheese and pineapple. Yum, yum. God damn, aren't you just craving some of that? Look at this. Look, got all the fucking lettuce and greens all up in there. A molded vegetable salad. Yum, yum. Yeah, yum, yum. So, look at, oh, isn't this just delectable? A Jello vegetable salad over fresh kale. This don't look good to you? A ham and vegetables and gelatin? This is the white people food. This is what you've made. Everything else you have not made. Okay? You didn't make shit. Okay? We built this city. Okay? We built this city. You didn't do shit. You haven't done a goddamn thing. You haven't made the food. You haven't made the styles. You haven't made the music. Okay? You can go look at what music came from blues. You can go look that up, right? I'll look it up for you. Okay? What music genres stemmed from blues? Blues music is one of the foundational genres of modern Western music. It has given rise to or significantly influenced many other genres. Okay? Rock and roll. Out-influenced. Blues plus rhythm and blues plus country. There you go. It says Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley, Little Richard, and Elvis Presley was a Jake. It says, and the other two are just Jake. It says rhythm and blues, R&B, right? Soul, okay? Rock, jazz, country music, folk and blues and Appalachian music, funk, hip-hop, neo-soul, heavy metal. So everything, okay? Everything stemmed from blues. And where did blues come from? Jake, okay? So you haven't created a goddamn thing, okay? So you need to sit there, eat your fucking Jello salad while you're fucking your sister, and you need to sit there and say, I love American culture. That's it, because that's all you got, man. You can't say you like football. You can't say you like basketball. You can't say you like tacos. You can't say you like chicken wings. You can't say you like hamburgers. You can say, hamburgers and stuff like that. Well, it's not American culture. It's technically white, all right? But again, who, I bet if we looked it up, you'd probably be some surprising things. Who first made the cheeseburger? Probably Germany, right? Let's see. Well, a hamburger. Because cheeseburger is just a hamburger. They just put cheese on it. The history. Let's see. All right, Hamburg steak. They just put buns on it. All right. Already popular in the 1869. Believed to be the precursor to the modern hamburger. There you go. Origins are unclear, but New York and Hawaii since at least the 1890s, so they've been trying to create it. But it all came from, it says White Castle traces the origin of the hamburger to Hamburg, Germany. All right, obviously, and that of course America is going to try to look, and everything always goes back to where was it? Oh no, that was the not the Chicago World Fair, but the 1904 St. Louis World Fair. But it's at least derivative of something that wasn't even created in America. So there's really nothing, place of origin, Germany or United States. They don't really know. All right. And I bet if you looked into it, a black person probably made it somehow. If it wasn't a black person, it was a brown person of either Latino or Native American origin. So you really don't have nothing to enjoy. The styles all came from Jake. All right. Who was it? It was I actually think it was my wife that was actually telling me about that. I guess there was rules that were implemented back in the day during slavery that you couldn't I think it was my wife. You couldn't dress certain types of way. So Jake woman started making, these really ornate hats. And it got to the point where, white women really wanted those hats now. So they started wearing those hats. So again, Jake is the trendsetters. We make it, all right, and you fake it. Okay, we make it, you fake it. Okay, let's go and look up list of black inventions and their inventors. All right, let me grab this drink. You're gonna bet everything you ever seen or known in your life is about to be on this list. So, I will stand for the council of Jakes on this matter that, I'm just fucking around. We hereby ban all whiteys and not Jake from using any of these things. If you hate us, the council of Jake we've officially gotten together and we're officially banning you from using any of these. Not that I have any thought, I'm just fucking around, but you're banned. You can't use any of these anymore. All right, paper, chess, alphabet, medicine, okay, civilization. They say Africans. Who do you think that's talking about? It's not talking about. You think Matumbe over the. What are you doing? Let me see that rock. I will do it, and I will throw it at that bird and catch it out the sky. You think that motherfucker created anything? Nah, man, they ain't the same people. That's why they try to associate with us, because those motherfuckers are dumb as shit. Ham is dumb as shit. Those are the Hamites. We're the Israelites. Don't get it twisted, son. All right. Paper, chess, alphabet, medicine, civilization, airplane, propelling, the biscuit cutter, folding bed, coin changer, rotary engine, car coupler, letter box, stainless steel pads, torpedo discharger, disposable syringe, okay, home security system, corn planter, cotton planter, ironing board, street sweepers, horse bridle bits, horseshoes, lawnmowers, typewriters, train alarm, image converters, radiation detector, peanut butter. All right, you can go and look up. They say, contrary to popular belief, he did not invent peanut butter. Of course, I bet it's a white guy, right? Let's go see. It's probably the white guy, right? Oh, actually, you know what? Still stands. Still stands. The earliest reference to peanut butter can be traced back to the ancient Incas and Aztecs. Nope. So, still Jake. Native American. Got it. Round of applause. Round of applause. Ha ha ha. Yep. Still Jake. Still Jake. Paint and stains. Lotion and soaps. Automatic fishing reel. Ice cream molds. Printing press. Envelope seal. Laser fuels. Pressure cooker. Window cleaner. Pencil sharpener. Fire extinguisher. Lock. Shoe lasting machine. Lubricator. Rocket catapult. Elevator. Gas mask. Traffic signals. That one's another one that's debated with the white people in England made it. The white people in England made it. Hairbrush, heating furnace, airship, also known as the blimp, folding chair, hand stamp, the fountain pen, all right, the regular fountain pen, all right, which is the predecessor of what we have today. The dustpan, a gun that destroys insects, the baby buggy, the sugar refinement, well, that one they probably shouldn't have done because that shit's horrible. Clothes dryer, cellular phone. Who's Henry Sampson? Yep, the gamma electric cell in 1971. Basically, the predecessor of what would come to be the, the phone. So, some of these, you might look at these, oh, he didn't make those. Yeah, but they invented the technology that was needed for those things to come out. So, without that technology, you would never even been able to make a cell phone. Curtain rod, lawn sprinkler, automatic gear shift, street sweeper, urinalysis machine, horse riding saddle, shoe, player piano, arm for a record player, the door stop, the door knob, the photo print wash, the photo embossing machine, the postal letterbox, the toilet, the furniture caster, the guitar, the golf motor or whatever, the motor, thermo hair curlers, lantern, gas burner, kitchen table, bike frame, wrench, eye protector, egg beater, defroster, air conditioning unit. No more air conditioning. I know y'all can't handle the fucking heat, you whiteys. No more air conditioning. You can't have it no more. And you say, you don't like black people? Well, guess what? You can't have it. Cannot do it anymore. And there's probably things in this list that aren't 100% accurate, but a lot of them are, to the point where they might not have, for example, something he might not have created the air conditioning unit. He could have created the the thing that was needed for the air conditioning unit to ever even be thought of to exist, which is still, you had to play. It's just like, yeah, sure, we might not have invented death metal, okay, because that came usually mostly white people out of Tampa, Florida in the 80s, okay, but where did death metal come from? Thrash. Where did thrash come from? Heavy metal. Where did heavy metal come from? Rock. Where did rock come from? Blues. Where did blues come from? Jake. If it wasn't for the foundational paving, you wouldn't have it. All right, two-cycle gas engine, internal combustion engine, starter generator, refrigeration controls, clothes dresser, bottle cap, electric lamp, hydraulic shock absorber, the refrigerator, the mop, the stair climbing wheelchair, the fire escape ladder, the telephone transmitter, the electric cutoff switch, the relay instrument, the telephone system, the electric neck brake, the galvanic battery, the electric railway system, the roller coaster, the auto air brake, the helicopter, the Santa phone, the super soaker, blood plasma, I get probably donation, ice cream, and even blood, really, because it was still invented by a black man, which is Yahweh. So, pacemaker controls, the guided missile, the space shuttle retrieval arm, the removable, programmable remote controllers, video commander, multi-stage rockets. Boom! That's a lot of stuff. So you can't use that anymore, E. It's hereby gone out. No more. All right? Because you don't like black people. So let's continue. Let's roll it back. All right, I'm going to grab a scripture here in just a minute. Actually, let's get Obadiah 1:1. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom, Esau, all right, the Idumeans, okay, the so-called white man, all the same person. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. So, and actually, let's get 3. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Esau, all right, dealing with Petra. You can look that up. It says Mount Seir, right? Mount Seir, Petra. Whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? You know, Lord saying, I'm bring this guy down, and Esau saying, oh, who's going to bring me down? You know, that goes back to the pride. But another pride, example of their pride of their heart hath deceived thee. Their pride of the heart has deceived them. They think that they've invented everything. They've lied to themselves, saying, no, we did this. They've lied so much that they really thoroughly believe that they've made all these things, when they're lowest among the heathen, all right? As it says in Obadiah 2, I have made thee small among the heathen. They have been made small among the heathen. Small among the heathen. Think about some of the things these heathens do. Ham goes out and collects mosquitoes and smashes them and makes them into mosquito patties, hamburgers. Nasty. That's other people's blood that they're eating. Okay? Moab, all right, they go and let little boys piss in a pot, and then they fry eggs in it and call it a virgin boy egg. I'm not lying. I'm not making it up. I'm not just being racist. Look it up. It's a real fucking thing that is done. Okay? Virgin boy eggs, or all these different types of sick things that you are lower than them. You are lower than them. And guess what? It says, thou art greatly despised. You are despised. Everybody fucking hates you. All right? All of Israel, so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, except for some fucking coons and Uncle Juans. All right? They all hate you. All right? They all hate you. They can't stand you. Okay? So, and then you got all the nations that are not Israel. They all hate you as well. They all hate you as well. Okay? You even have your own people hating you, man. The American Edomite is probably one of the most despised evils, okay? And not despised people, because of course that always gets thrown on Jake, because we're the worst, even though we don't do any of the evil shit. You know, we shot, a homeboy down the street, all right, which is still wrong, and we sold a kilo of coke or crack, all right? We're the worst person ever. But Esau, that's fucking little kids and running a fucking what do you call that shit, I can't remember the name of it, but all this fucking shit, running underground shit, all right, and Diddy parties and all that different type of shit. You think, oh, Diddy's the one? You think he's the one that did it? No, he's just the best known for doing it. He's not the one who created it. That's way before his time, way before he was born. Okay, way before he was born, they were doing weird shit. They were doing that. They made what's that little girl's name? Shirley Temple. All right, they made Shirley Temple's mom, you know, give the old gok. All right, give some sucky. All right, to those executives, so Shirley Temple could get into the film industry, and then from then on, and they were probably having sex with that little girl. All right, they probably were, but I guess she didn't necessarily come out in that book. But as she got older, she said she was subjected to sexual abuse. She made a book on it. I think it was, where she talked about the rampant sexual abuse that she went through. So, and that's way before Diddy's time, right? That was back in hell. When was that? When was Shirley? Like 1930s, 40s? Mm-hmm. 1930s, 1940s. Didn't she state she was sexually abused as a child? Oh, and it went away. I hope you caught that. You can pause the video. I didn't get it all, but didn't necessarily say that she was sexually abused. It doesn't say that she was sexually abused, but they said they would display themselves to her as a child, show their dick and shit to her as a child. That is fucking sexual abuse. Chat GPT. That is what that is. And there was a book and it said something. I think she did, and of course she probably didn't come out and give everything away, right? Even the people like Drake Bell, he didn't give everything away. He gave a good bit of what happened to him away, but he didn't give everything away. There's certain shit that if they said, they would just they want to live at the end of the day. There's certain shit that they can say and get dirty looks at as long as they don't reveal too much. There's certain shit you say and you will just die. Okay, so look, man, this whole industry, all right, is all the entertainment was really built up by Jake. Esau took that, okay, put standards and you have to do this if you want in, okay, because Jake was getting too popular back in the day, all right, so now you got to get fucked in the ass if you want to be popular, all right, and then they have all these just different things, and they claim our music as their own. They claim our food as their own, our culture as their own, but it's not. It's not. We've made everything, and they've just taken it and made it wicked.
Fucking live in it. You live in it, bathe in it.
Yeah, if you want white culture so much, you fucking live in it, man. I bet you can't go on Pornhub. You can't look up Ebony, right? You can't look up sexy Latina. You can't look up none of that. You can't do that at all. You can't listen to rap music. Not even Eminem. He's ours too. Nope. Can't listen to that. Can't eat no wings. Can't do that. You can sit on your sidewalk that you really can't even sit on because we built it. All right. You can sit on the ground. All right. And do nothing really. Twiddle your fucking thumbs. And I bet we probably made that too, but you really can't do nothing.
Like, that's the only thing that I see when you get all white people together in the United States. There's no culture at all. So they have to go borrow culture from people.
And she's being nice with the wording. Steal. You have to steal culture. Culture vulture, as they say.
Even the word woke, they've borrowed from black.
Yep. Woke originally meant, Jake waking up. Oh, I'm woke about the systemic racism and the shit that, white people are doing. And they took that term, and now woke means, homosexuals and all this weird woke, woke stuff. We don't even use the original woke word anymore, all right? No one can, because it means something different now. But woke originally meant, woke up, awake. And Jake wasn't fully awake, but they were waking up to some of the stuff that happened in society with white people and black folk, right? And not just black folk, but so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? All of our people. But woke was something that came out of the black the black community, okay? Because, you know, right now you have a lot more so-called black folk that are waking up, all right? But there's going to be a mass awakening, a time coming soon, and there are still, you know, Northern Kingdom waking up, but right now it's a lot of Southern Kingdom, okay? And there's going to be a time where a lot of the North, if you ever think, oh, a lot of Northern Kingdom seem asleep right now, well, there's going to come a time, the apostles have talked about it, where there's going to be a mass awakening of the Northern Kingdom, all right? And this could stem from all the shit that's going on with Trump right now, all right? And we can't tell you exactly who's waking up at who. You got to have to look at the camp. There's a lot of Issacharites out there, right? And, you know, some of these black-looking people, all right, could just be Northern Kingdom anyway, right? But, yeah, man, so, you know, Esau takes our culture and bends it.
Culture. I went to a Mexican restaurant with my parents, my son, my husband over the weekend. And there's just all these MAGA-looking people in there. And I thought, you've got a lot of fucking nerve coming in here. Coming into this Mexican restaurant where every single waiter, obviously English was their second language, served with a smile. They run a great little local business. And Oklahoma City is a better place because of these hard-working immigrants that come in here. But I cannot imagine.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have any of that if it wasn't for, you know, our people. Okay, we built the city.
Imagine the horror they feel when they are driving to and from work, when they might have a hearing on their legal status. I can't imagine the people who've already been taken from their lives. Right. And to see these fat ass, pink arm, teeny weeny, beta pricks,
yep,
with their ugly ass wives.
I love that. I laughed when I first heard that. Ugly ass wives. They are all ugly, man. They're all fucking hideous, man. They're hideous. They look like fucking beef jerky, man. Walking around, they're overly burnt. Okay, they look like salami. All right, white people, when they tan too much, they look like fucking salami. All right, or pepperoni with those. They get those weird white dots all over their skin. Don't make no fucking sense. It's ugly. All right, and they're over here with their fake tits. I see them all the time. Matter of fact, I was at the gym one time working out, and I was on a forearm extension thing. It's called tricep extension, right? Which looks like this. That's not it. That's like they have one like that. These are the ones that they have at Planet Fitness. Which I was at a Planet Fitness, but they had another machine that's like a you put your hands and you push down on it. Yeah, like this. I guess they'd call it a dip. Yeah, the tricep press. That's the exact fucking machine right there, Planet Fitness. That's the exact fucking one. You can see they have the other ones in the back. Well, you know, not the one that I go to, but the other one, the one I go to, there's the other machines, like the Preacher Chrome machines right after it. But it's basically this. All right? Looks like that. This is the exact fucking machine. And at the one I go to, it's the last machine on that row, and then you have the like the door, like as you would walk in, okay? And I'm sitting there banging one of these out, okay? And I'm gonna just play the video to show you what this looks like, okay?
This is a tricep machine here, and I'll whatever's backrest part.
All right.
These handles for my weights, right? They sit higher, flat to the back.
And I'm just sitting there like this, with my eyes pointed out, just like he is. And this guy's ugly ass, burnt ass, salami ass, fake tit having ass wife. All right, and I always see him in there. I don't see him in there anymore, but I used to always see him in there. Comes by, just walks by. All right, and of course she's just like standing somewhere over by, I think, like the freeways or something like that. And I'm just staring straight. And this motherfucker thinks I'm staring as a girl walks by, gives me the dirtiest ass look. I'm not looking at your nasty looking ass fucking burnt piece of salami that sat out in the fucking road for 3 fucking years. I'm not looking at that shit. Okay? I'm not looking at that shit. It's gross. Okay? And then, you know, anyway. So, he ended up getting humbled later. So, anyway, I'm not going to explain the whole story, but he ended up getting humbled later. So, but people like that think their wives are the best. They're ugly, man. They're nasty as fuck. They're ugly as fuck looking.
From work when they might have a hearing on their status, legal status. I can't imagine the people who've already been taken from their lives. Right. And to see these fat ass, pink arm, teeny weeny, beta pricks with their ugly ass wives walk into this Mexican restaurant and sit down and smile and be friendly. I don't think you should be able to enjoy anything but Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, and barely even that. You need to go there and you know, this crowd's probably gonna spit in your fucking food too. And I'm not condoning it, but hey, I understand it.
Get your fat asses over to Cracker Barrel, but do not participate in any of the shit that makes America cool. And what makes America cool is multiculturalism. And if you want to triple Trump, and you want to browbeat DEI, and you want to browbeat gay people, and you want to browbeat black people.
That's the only thing I didn't like that she did. Stop throwing. You'll mention, Mexican people, black people, gay people. That's a fucking choice. You are, look, none of us chose to be fucking brown. Okay? Don't throw in gay with us. Stop doing that fucking shit, man. That's the one thing that pisses me off with these liberals, man. They'll be like, and the Native Americans and the blacks and the Mexicans and the gays. Well, no, hold up. One of these things is not like the other, right? That's not like the other, man. We were born melanated. We were born to a Mexican background, even regardless if or a black background, regardless of what our skin color looked like. We came from that lineage. We didn't choose that. You can choose if you're putting your wiener on another man's ass or not. All right, or if y'all smashing your clams together. Slack you for the vulgarity. You can choose whether to do that or not. Okay? You don't choose whether you're melanated or not. Dumb.
People, as you've been doing for 400 years. And
Longer
you want
than
to
that.
browbeat this generation of immigrants that come over here and open up businesses earnestly, pay their taxes. You want to demonize them and call them rapists and felons and all this shit when the felon is the teeny weeny mushroom cock piece of shit, Kankle's McTaco tits at the top of the ticket. I have fucking had it from top to bottom. White people that triple Trump should be banned, boycotted from enjoying the best thing that America has to offer, which is multiculturalism. Get your fat asses out of the Mexican restaurant. Get your fat asses over to Cracker Barrel, because nobody wants to see your fucking smug ass, teeny weeny, pink arm, big gut around. Nobody wants to see that shit. No one.
It's true. You can't say, I fucking hate these spicks and these goddamn beaners and shit, and then you go over and you fucking eat at, Tacos al Pastor, or some fucking El Gordo Taco or some shit. You can't just go and do that. You can't. It's not something you can do. Okay? That's like me. I hate white people. White people ain't never done nothing ever. They suck. I fucking hate them. And then I'm hankering for a Jello salad. I'm not hankering for a Jello salad. You have that shit. Fuck it. I don't want none of your shit. All right, it's nasty. Plus, we can't have Jello anyway. All right, it's abominable. It's filthy. So, look, man. But you can't come over here and say you hate us, and then, and the thing is, y'all are obsessed with us, man. You say, I hate these blacks and these browns. I hate these blacks and these goddamn browns. Yet you watch football while eating your wings. All right, while you got fucking 50 Cent blast in the background. Okay, that's hate. That's hate right there. Yep. Mm-hmm. So, ridiculous, man. See what these people are saying. This Irish culture, people who literally came over across the seas and were discriminated against their culture. Irish culture. Yeah, again, Irish. The original Irish were black. All right? Then you can look that up. It says they have more in common with Mexicans than the average redneck. And it's, again, white people. That's white people's go-to excuse. Irish people. It's the Irish people. It's the Irish people. Our Irish people. They did stuff. No. They look like you now, but they didn't before. Okay? They didn't before. So nice try. I know that you're grasping at straws, but nope. So I wanted to get these couple of these last scriptures here in Deuteronomy, and then of course one in Matthew, dealing with just how we're, Jake is the best. We're just the best. All right. We're special. All right. We're different. Okay. And that's why we're able to do all these things. That's why the Lord chose us and made us. All right. So we have power that the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, has given to us. All right. We've been set on high above all people. Okay. So you have to get everything from us, because we're really the cream de la creme. All right. Or cream de la creme. All right. Through Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. He's our Lord. He's our Father. So because of that, we have some traits that he's given to us, like unto him, where we can make things. Okay, not to the level he can, but we're good at making things. All right, new fashion styles, new art styles. All right, new music styles. All right, and you don't have that. The creativity with Esau is none. Okay, because they don't have that. They don't have a power that's granting them that creativity. All right, that excellent, that salt. They don't have that. All right. Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. He's made us a special people to him. Okay? He's blessed us with certain things. He's cursed us as well because we were wrong. All right? We're still under those curses because we're wrong. But at the end of the day, we still, even in our curses, we're better than you, E. All right? Even when the Lord's put a stopgap on us, all right, he's put a weight on us, we're still better than you, E. You're low. Amalek is well, no, because they're technically still Edomites, but they still got more going on than a regular Edomite. Okay, and that's y'all's grandson. Okay, but still Edomite, so I'll refrain from that. But even them, that's the same people, and they still have more going on than the regular Edomite. At least they have, like, those stupid little hats and some dances. They got something, at least. Damn. But the regular average American Edomite doesn't have nothing. Okay? You're low, man. Everyone has culture but you. And technically you do have culture, but no one sees it because, they don't want to see it. Your culture is raping, all right, touching little kids, stealing, lying, okay, robbing. That's your culture. And you see it a lot. All right, but no one can identify that as a culture. They wouldn't say that's a culture of a people, and it is a culture. It's the culture of the Edomites. But you can't say that, and eating raw meats. Another culture that you see is, cooking a steak for 1 second on each side, and then just searing the top, and then throwing that bloody steak onto a plate and eating it. There's some culture, right? They're known for eating that raw meat, that red pottage, right? It's not pottage, but it's still red. That raw. It meant raw. That meant raw. All right, he ate that it wasn't even what Jake was making wasn't even fully done yet, and Esau said, "Just give me, I'm gonna die. All right, give me that red pottage," and he ate it. It was, yeah. So that's how it is, man. So they have a culture. You can't say they don't have a culture. All right, it's just not a good one. This is Deuteronomy 26:18 through 19. How long have I been going for? Okay, so verse 18. And the Lord hath avouched thee this day to be his peculiar people. What does peculiar mean? Go and get that word.
Peculiar.
Okay. That can mean strange or odd, which it can be strange and odd, but it's meaning to particular, special, okay, distinct, okay, unmistakable, remarkable, essential people, all right, to the Lord, okay, as he hath promised thee, and that thou should keep all his commandments. And of course we didn't, because we're a bunch of assholes, right? In verse 19, and to make thee high above all nations which he hath made, in praise and in name and in honor, and that thou mayest be an holy people unto the Lord thy power, as he hath spoken. Again, above all people. Above all people. Above all people. We're not just above all people. I mean, it's good enough that the Lord said we're above all people just because he said. All right, but it's not just because the Lord said. It's because the Lord built us up, made us special. He gave us special things that other nations don't have. Okay, we're different. Okay, Jake is built different. We're built different. All right, we are a different people, and the Lord made us that way because we are his chosen people. Other nations cannot, step to this. Okay, they can't step to this. They're not as inventive. They can't make dances or fashion. Look at them, man. Everything comes from Jake. And if you don't see that, or if you can't acknowledge that, then you're lying to yourself, man. Matthew 5:13. Before I get this, when you're making food, what do? You season it. What's one of the main seasonings that you use? Salt. Okay, that's your base. You can't start anything else until you got that salt. Okay, Matthew 5:13. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost his savior, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. And again, we've gone off, but we are the salt of the earth. Okay, we season this motherfucker up. Okay, that's what we do. We season it. Okay, with the music, with the style, with the culture, with the words. Now you can't hear anybody. You know they call it African American vernacular English. Everybody uses that now. All right, you have white people. Hey, what'd it do? What the fuck you mean? What'd it do? See, that ain't your. You don't. When did you create that? When did you come up with that? That ain't you. All right, and these people never had any infatuation with anything, Jake, really nothing. They just, they heard it popular and now they want it. All right, what it do, what it is, what's good, bet, all right, period, slay, all right, for real, all right, oh yeah, for real, all right, who do you think said for real, all right, that everybody says that now, all right, bet, I already said bet, what else, for sure. All right. Oh yeah, for show. All right. Man, I could keep going on and on and on about some shit that I probably ain't even thinking of. All the different slang, man. All the different slang. You hear these little white kids, hey man, you care if I crash on your house? Oh yeah, dude, for sure. All right, faux show, bet. Oh yeah, period, man, period. We doing that for sure, bet. Like, and they're walking around wearing shiesties. What are you wearing a shiesty for? What are you wearing a shiesty for, Tucker? All right, you ain't got no ops. All right, why are you wearing a shiesty for? You ain't got no ops. All right, so anyway, you ain't got none. You won't have none. What are you wearing a shiesty for? Because you see Jake doing it, and you want to be like Jake. That's why you're wearing the shiesty. All right. And Jake, even in their wickedness, making shiesty, wearing fucking shiesty. Now everyone wants to wear a fucking shiesty. Okay? Ridiculous. You ain't got shit. You don't have shit. You've never had shit, and you never will have shit. It's gonna get worse in the kingdom for y'all, because everything that y'all have learned from Jake, that's gonna be stripped from you. You're gonna go back to your natural state, your natural bush bitch ass, red having, pimple covered, or fucking wood woos looking ass, fucking fat ass, no lip having, looking ass motherfucking self. All right, that's what y'all gonna go back to. So, looking forward to seeing how y'all really look. All right, you're gonna give us the motherfucking heebie-jeebies. All right, over here looking like fucking a caveman and shit, fucking oonga boonga looking ass. All right, so we'll see how you're gonna be when it's in the kingdom and you're reverted to your natural state of oonga boonga. All right, god damn, man. You be over here whacking two sticks together trying to create fire and shit. All right, you're gonna be dumb. You're already dumb now. And this is after all the stuff that Jake's invented. So imagine how dumb they're gonna be then. All right, so that's the lesson. Again, don't necessarily have a title for it yet. Lord willing, it'll come in post. But I'm gonna close out there. Lord willing, it was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Makakwadash. I want to say shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until next one, Lord willing. Shalom.